We have the t-shirts back in stock, my darlings. What is delayed is not denied. We have it in blue since you loved it so very much indeed, my darlings. You better go ahead and get your t-shirt before it sells out, because I just might go ahead and do a yellow t-shirt for you and an orange t-shirt. You have to bear in mind, Baby Girl is a small brand. We are self-funding here, so I can only do so much. But yes, the t-shirt is back and I am living and loving. I also have a surprise for you. Yes. You asked and I said, why not? We have brought the black t-shirt back. What is delayed is not denied. Are we living and loving? I am so excited. I mean, talk about keeping it in the family. For those of you that don't know, I was a beauty queen. Yes, I was Miss West Africa 1990. Yes, decades ago. And then it's come back full circle with my beautiful niece Farah, who is competing to be Miss Alberta. I want you guys to sponsor, to support her. She has a wonderful support page. Please go right ahead and support her. Please. She is absolutely beautiful and amazing. I remember when Farah was born, and to see her now walking on stage and winning all of these beauty competitions just warms my heart. So I want to use my platform to spread the word out there. Please support my wonderful niece Farah and just click onto the link and give her all the support that you can. I will deeply I will deeply appreciate it. And Farah, congratulations. Well, you know you're my daughter anyway, because I don't have daughters, so you are my daughter. It doesn't matter who birthed you, you're my daughter, and I am so proud of you. Fumi Nation, this is the first. Yes, my darlings, the next generation doing wonderful and amazing things, and for Farah to walk out on these platforms and really follow in my steps, in my footsteps, I am absolutely speechless, and I want you to support her. Okay, all of my love. Thank you for everything. I love you guys. Mwah. Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? How are you enjoying your Sunday? So Fumi Nation sent this to me, and I decided to change gear. I was going to film something else, but I thought this was rather important. As you very well know, everybody has been covering the Nolan Wells case. Nolan Wells is an 18-year-old footballer who passed away on the 4th of July in Mississippi, precisely on Horn Island. Well, he was last seen on Horn Island, and his parents are seeking justice because he vanished. He simply vanished. He wasn't on any of the boats going back to shore. He was last seen with a girl called Katie. Katie said that he was going back on a boat with his friends. There were about 200 people on this island that is not commercially built, and nobody saw him. He simply vanished. His body was sent from Mississippi to Washington, D.C., where they will have a private autopsy, as well as tracing back on his phone what is missing, because apparently there are a lot of things that were deleted. This case has been going on since 4th of July. His body washed up on the 6th of July, 2 days after, and we have heard that the body was bruised, that the body was damaged, the body was abused, the body was face down.
All right, so we want to talk about Nolan Wells today.
So today, we actually know someone that works transporting bodies, human remains, and things like that. So today I got a call from that person, and they were just talking about the body that they
came across. This was Nolan Wells.
So before knowing all that, he said that the body was mistreated.
Yeah.
It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured. Looked as if he was burnt, maybe.
Where?
Face, body, said he was burnt.
And not only that, his body was mistreated when they transported him.
So as they were transporting him, he was actually face down. So everyone knows when you're transporting the body, when, only a couple of people work that job, they all know you don't transport the body face down. That's kind of very disrespectful, so you always have them faced up. Well, specifically his body whatever reason was face down, and me personally, I took that as disrespect.
Yeah.
heart goes out to the family.
Yes, definitely.
Because all we know is what they put out
on the internet.
But today, we
was
actually
real.
found out a lot about his autopsy without even reading the autopsy.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
I'm so sorry that family have to go through this. Really just...
I want to give our condolences
Yeah.
to the family, you know, as a mom or moms.
Grandmothers.
Dads. Just family, period. You know, just we give the most prayers to you, and we stand behind you.
Well, we have Christine, his mother, who I think is so strong. I think is so very strong. She has done her best to come out, of course, in support of her son. The funeral will be tomorrow. I will try and cover as much as I can, or go live while the funeral is going on. I'm going to try. And the eve of her son's funeral, she receives a letter in the mail. I'm going to put the picture up for you to see. It has Al Sharpton to her side, and we have Benjamin Crump on her other side. And they have put arrows with dollar signs, with the indication that you don't have any help, you don't have any support, Christine, you and your family. Whatever money you have received or have gained via GoFundMe, that's the only sole reason these two are here by your side. Other than that, they wouldn't care. That's what it means. They are only there for the money. This is what Christine had to say. Whoever sent this to my home, may the good Lord have mercy on your soul. Bold enough to send this crap, but not bold enough to list your return address. This is America, where a grieving mother and a father have to deal with the type of behavior because we asked a simple question of what happened to our son, and we accepted all the help we could get to find answers. Please go touch some grass. Justice for Nolan Wells, forever 18. Christine, our hearts go out to you. You are in a situation that I give you so much grace, and I support you from the front, from the back, from the side. No mother should go through this. And it humbles me anyway, because I'm a mother. It keeps us very, very aware that danger can come knocking on your door at any time. Give this to the police. Of course, you wouldn't have known, so you opened it and then you saw it. But give this to the police so that they can get some fingerprints off of it aside from yours. Let them be aware, whomever these people are, that you're not playing games when it comes to your son. You have every right to ask. You have every right to inquire. Because as far as I am concerned, I'm just sitting here and your son vanished. That should be the title of this case, vanished. Because Nolan vanished. And nobody seems to be talking. Nobody saw him. He's not on any other pictures from other people in other groups that went there. And there were about 200 people on that island. His friend said he wanted to stay behind. Talking about that, we got a GPS. Let me just get this so that I'll post it on for you. We have GPS boat data of the boat of which Nolan was on that day. Source obtained by CBS News for the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, July 4th, 2026. At 9:56 a.m., the boat leaves a private dock. We're under the impression that Nolan was on that boat at that time. We also find out that Nolan did not spend the night in his home. He spent the night at a friend's house. I'm under the impression because they were all to get ready in preparation for the trip the following morning, and perhaps it was much more convenient for all, including him perhaps, to stay at his friend's house and then make this trip to Horn Island. Horn Island, of which he has visited for the last 10 years with friends that he has known for the last 10 years. They are only 18, which makes them just little young boys at that time. 11:14 a.m. it arrives at Horn Island. The boat arrives at Horn Island with the party on it. They left their phones, they left their keys on the boat. I can more than understand that. Here's the thing that really just makes me pause. Because we've all been on boats before. Yeah? You leave your bags, you leave your slippers, you leave all kinds of stuff on the boat. Jump into the water, swim and all of that. I've done that myself. Here's the thing. When Nolan said he wanted to stay back with Katie, why didn't he take his things? Moving on. At 4:31 p.m., the boat leaves the island after a distress call towed at 3 miles. Now, this is a tricky part. I don't believe, like some people have said, that Nolan must have been on the boat back to shore, that they brought the body back to shore for whatever reason and swam back out later that night to put the body in place. I don't believe that, because they would not have called a distress call, because you never know who might have come out to assist them.
Nolan went on a 4th of July boat trip with friends. After some of them returned without him, his mom contacted police.
Police report her 18-year-old son, Nolan Wells, missing passing at 3 on Horn Island.
And now NBC News has obtained new audio, part of a records request of a call made to a private towing company by some of Nolan's friends.
We're sinking. Can you all please come?
A mom of one of those friends wrote last week that the group left without Nolan when their boat began malfunctioning, and that Nolan decided to stay on the island.
Is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
That's just a little bit too far-fetched for me. I believe that Nolan passed away at Horn Island and he never left Horn Island. At 5:44, the boat returns to the original dock. At 5:52, the boat travels to Fort Bayou. At 6:06 p.m., the boat returns to dock, later towed to the owner's home. That is the GPS of that boat data. What does that tell me? Not much. Not much. It tells me that Nolan went out there, and it tells me that the boat came back. It does not tell me anything else. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Why is this story getting traction? Why are we so invested? Because it could have been our son, it could have been our brother, it could have been a friend, it could have been our neighbor's son. We know Nolan Wells. That's what I'm trying to say. We know a Nolan Wells. And we need justice so that this never, ever happens again. Christine, I also want to save the best for the last. And what is that? You're making people nervous. You see, when people start lacing you with some sort of threat like this, it means that they're becoming increasingly uncomfortable. It means that you're getting closer. It means that they realize that you're not going to let this go. So they want what? They want to throw you off. They want to throw you off and make you feel as if any assistance you get is solely for monetary gain. Just yesterday or day before yesterday, I said it. I said, I don't think Christine cares. I don't think any mother cares how much money they get. They'll get the money to fight for justice. But there's no mother that would trade in her son for that money. Why? You can't bring my son back. You cannot remove the anguish in my heart. This is a long life sentence for that family. When September comes, his schoolmates will go back to school. They'll go to university. They will graduate from university. They will have their first jobs. Marriages will come. Births will come. She will not be a grandmother via Nolan. Every milestone, Nolan's classmates, Christine is going to live through that carrying an empty basket. And you're talking about $700,000 like I care. It means nothing. That's why, Christine, keep pressing. Keep pressing, keep going. You're on the right path. You're doing a good job. That's how I interpret it. You guys drop it down in the comments for me and tell me what you think. But the way I look at it, I look that, you know what? People are getting very scared. Because you see, if whoever knows something and whoever thinks for whatever reason that they had to send you that is because you have a super support system in our Sharpton and Ben Crump. Because this has gone into mainstream news. Because YouTube is on fire supporting Nolan Wells. Let's start there. Don Lemon, for example, he has been on top of it, and he was a former CNN correspondent. So that tells you where we're at. The boy vanished. We have his mates where the father has to go to the house and they're not willing to give the key right away. That's crazy to me. That's so crazy, and the lack of respect, the disrespect as a matter of fact. Then we have, they all removed their social media platforms. And then what? They lawyered up. And then what? We don't know where Nolan is. We don't know what happened to Nolan. From that 3 to 4, he vanished. He absolutely what? He just vanished. He just disappeared. We don't know whether he went to the bathroom, whether he went to go and lie down, whether he just vanished. Does that mean that he fell and he hit his head and then he drowned? There could be a possibility because he just vanished. From 200 people, nobody saw him again. That was it. How can he vanish? For what? What was the motive? What was the motive? And coincidentally, all the boys left. And have you noticed, it's only the black boys that are coming up for interviews. All the white boys with zilch, they've lawyered up, they've been told, don't say anything till you have to say something. And I will be there to tell you what to say and what not to answer. Christine, this is good news. Actually, we're applying pressure on their necks. Let us keep it as such. I am invested. I really want to know what happened to this boy. So it's just that easy now to lose a child that you have raised to 18. 4th of July. He goes out with his friends and does not come back home. And you really think that that is okay. Okay. Oh, is that what happened? Oh, and that's it. That's what the parent should accept. Doesn't that sound insane to you? This is America. Wow, 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 wow. That's all I can say. I'm on top of it, and this is a good thing. Because whoever said this, let us continue to apply pressure on their necks. Christine, like I said, give this to the police. Let them get the forensics on this for fingerprints. Find out what kind of material the paper is. What kind of fabric the envelope is. Find out exactly where this came from. Because I watch forensic files all day, every day. They can dig, they can narrow it down, right down to the envelope pack. and find out exactly who sent this and why, and we will hold them accountable until everybody comes out. As a matter of fact, they're helping us out. As a matter of fact, what? They're helping us out. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you what? I'll see you sooner than later. Be careful out there. Be careful.
Hi guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking